I think we'll go ahead and kick off and just when I get them this one's down. Perfect. Are we on mute now or not? No, we're not. Can you mute for just 1 second? Just because it's Hey Rashi, we're muting right now for a second. All right, you're unmuted.
All right, y'all. Quiet so they can hear us. Hi, Rashi. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So thank you so much for being here with us today. We're super excited. I have to start off and say my mom is a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan. She's been a fan for 20 years before the Super Bowls, before Taylor Swift, before all the things. I'm super excited about today. I might have you do a shout out to her later, but we'll get into it before that. So Rasheed, is there anything that you want to kind of talk about? Otherwise, I have some questions for you so that the students can kind of get to know you a little bit, if that's okay.
I mean, I'm here for any questions that y'all have. I mean, I can give you a little background about myself, but if you're gonna ask about myself, then I won't start it off so y'all can have some questions.
That would be good. Why don't you give us a little bit of background, including where you're from? Y'all listen.
Okay. So I'm originally from North Philadelphia. I moved to Texas when I was about 10 years old. So I went to Snow Heights Elementary School in North Richland Hills and Fort Worth. Then I went to North Richland Middle School in Fort Worth, and then Richland High School in Fort Worth. So I lived most of my life in Fort Worth, Texas. And then I went to SMU when I graduated from high school. I went to SMU in Dallas, and I'm pretty sure y'all know where that's at. So not too far down the
Very
street.
close.
Yeah. So most of the time, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a Dallas native, but you know, I kind of represent Dallas for the most part.
You represent. That's awesome. Very cool. Couple questions for you that I have, and then I want to turn it over to the students to kind of, while you're talking, kind of think about their questions and come up if that works.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So I have a question because my nonprofit is called Ignite Mindshift, and we really focus on helping students kind of see the potential for their future, figuring out what success looks like for them, and not trying to prescribe that. So I'm assuming at some point the NFL, being in the NFL, was at your dream. Can you talk to us about why that was a dream of yours?
Yeah. So the NFL was like a huge dream for me, just because for one, I was told that, you know, I kind of got to have a plan B, just because a lot of people don't make it to the NFL and stuff like that. And then for two, I just really love playing football. And for, you know, a lot of people not being able to go pro and stuff like that, I was just a lot more determined and motivated to kind of have like a lifelong like journey and a goal for myself. So I just kind of was always determined to, you know, make that happen. Even in high school, I wasn't the 5-star recruit or anything like that, but college, I just, you know, kept, you know, staying motivated so that I could, you know, eventually get to where I wanted to be in life.
That's awesome. We have a mindset that we talk to the students about, which is everything is figure outable. And it's basically like, if you have that drive and you have a goal that you really are serious about, you can figure out how to make it work. Sometimes it's not, you know, you may not be the most talented, but if you go in and put the time in and get the work. So it sounds like you've had some of those great mindsets. And I'm going to have, just so you know, because we talk about mindsets, I think some of the students are going to kind of ask you about some of yours. So be prepared for those.
I got you.
I want to ask you, because I'm super excited again, because my mom was, of course, watching the game like she always is. And she texted me as soon as something exciting happened last night for you. Tell us how your rookie season is going. And especially since touchdowns are important, talk to us about that.
So rookie season is going pretty well for me right now. I know that's a long season for me. I went from getting ready for the draft and like straight out of my college season. So this is going to be like my longest NFL season for me, football season in general. And I mean, right now it's going really good. I just come in, every day trying to keep learning from, the older guys. I got, Travis Kelce and, Pat, those guys. Like when I first got here, I was just, a fan of those guys, but now it's just like, they've been doing it so long, so I know why they have fans. So everything that they're doing, I'm just trying to put it into my game so I can learn from those guys.
That's awesome. I appreciate it. And if you ever see me looking off here, it's because I'm looking at your face on the screen, by the way. This is a good one. So what's the hardest thing that you experience about being a rookie, being the new guy?
I would say the hardest thing about being a rookie, at first, it was just like trying to figure out a way to, you're going from being that guy in college and you kind of restarting all over again where you get to your rookie year and you're the new guy, you're the young guy, and you just kind of got to find your way and you got to find new people to hang around. It's just kind of like you're the new kid at a new school. So, I mean, you just kind of got to take it day by day as far as being a rookie and not really let anything overwhelm you. And then when you like separate from football after the day, like really, mentally take a break away from football so you can, have your outside life as well.
That makes sense. And speaking of that, because these students, some of them are going to be going to college in 2 years, maybe they're, top of their grade or they're the best at a specific sport and then they go into college. I think they're going to probably have a similar moment to you. It might be in a different way. What would your advice be to them when they get into, let's say, college? They're used to being the best, they're not the best. What would you tell them in that moment to kind of keep going?
For that, I would just say to, just stay the course. If you're determined and you know what you want to do in life, then you can figure it out. Like y'all have that motive there already. And also it's just like there's so many people in the world that eventually you're gonna run into somebody that is almost exactly like you and y'all gonna have the same similarities and stuff like that. So I mean it might not happen right away, but eventually as you grow to like certain things, you just run into people that like certain things because you're surrounding yourself around stuff like that.
Yep. Did y'all hear what he said? Just surrounding yourself with the people that kind of like the same things that you are and kind of finding your way that way. Yeah. All right. I promise we'll get to student questions in just a minute. I just have a couple more. What do you have a motto that you live by, or like a saying or a quote?
I mean, I didn't have a motto until like my junior year of college, and it was FOF. It was like fear of failure. So it was just me being able to like kind of not necessarily being afraid of failing, because when you fail, you just continue to learn. So the failure part was basically fearing the failure was like if I fail and giving up on, what I'm trying to accomplish.
Yep, that completely makes sense. We have back to that kind of everything is figure outable mindset that we talk about. There's a lady that actually created a book called that. Her name is Marie Forleo, and she's kind of quoted some of the top people, Nelson Mandela and some others that really focus on that failure. So exactly what you're talking about is the things that we're learning in the class. So that's awesome. Let me ask you one more question about your career and then one more question before I turn it over to the students. Do you have specific goals that you want to achieve in your rookie season? And please talk to us about yesterday, because yesterday was awesome, by the way.
Thank you. I don't necessarily have any goals for my rookie year, to be honest. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I want to accomplish as far as, just being productive as a rookie. I mean, obviously I want to go for rookie of the year, but you kind of this like this whole league is, everybody knows, like, if you really want to win a Super Bowl, that it's not a sprint, it's really a marathon. So everything takes time. And I feel like me not necessarily setting any goals just keeps me focused on, week by week, being able to lock in and just being able to improve in each game, instead of thinking about 4 games down the road where I didn't even have, 30 yards the 2 games before. So how am I going to have 200 yards in one game just so I can have 300 yards for the fourth game that I didn't plan, for the other games I've been, getting up to the fourth game.
Yep. That's awesome. And I think you can be rookie of the year because you've had how many touchdowns already this year? Touchdown catches?
3. Yeah, I have 3.
3. That's awesome for a rookie, right? It's
yeah,
amazing.
I mean,
You're already...
it is, but I mean, we just winning, and I want to win a Super Bowl. So, so I mean, if I get rookie of the year, that's great. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to go win the Super Bowl.
Yep, I feel it. I got my Super Bowl t-shirt on.
Right.
One more question, and then I'm going to make you do a shout out to my mom. I decided. If you were back in this class, are y'all listening? Because this is an important one. If you're back in high school and you could go back and tell yourself anything, if you could tell them one thing, what would you tell them? It's a tough one.
Yeah, that is pretty tough. And I like to think about what I say. Okay. I think if I was in that classroom right now, I don't know how many of y'all play, sports in class or whatnot, but whatever you're doing, if you don't play sports, okay, yeah, turn me up. But if you don't play sports, everybody don't play sports. Everybody got something that they want to do though. But I feel like at the age y'all probably know what y'all want to do, but it's so much, even from 18 and then through college, 18 years old through college, you're gonna learn a lot more. So I feel like you should just try as much as you can, because you won't know if you're like what you actually enjoy until you just keep trying new things.
That's a good one. So that makes sense. Just keep trying new things and find out what you want to do. That's great, because we have a module on identity, and we talk about sometimes you don't know what your identity is or know what you're going to be interested in, but what you can figure out sometimes more quickly is, I don't want to be that, or I don't want to do that. And so sometimes that's the way to find your path. So that completely makes sense. Before I turn it over to the kids, can you give a shout out to Lark and Bev Asklund, who are biggest KC fans, and tell them thank you for being consistent fans?
You said to who?
Lark and Bev Asklund.
And Bev.
Yep.
And Bev. Shout out to Lark and Bev. We appreciate y'all for the Chiefs Kingdom, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now we get to go to the fun part. So, do you have a question you want to come up here and ask? Are you ready? Yeah, no, gotta come up here. We're gonna have the students come up here and be on here. Okay, y'all. Be respectful when the others are talking so that they can be heard.
Yeah, she's
be respectful. Okay, come up here, right in the hot seat. Just whatever, 1 or 2, please. Yeah. Okay, y'all listen.
All right, what's up, man? I'm Samarian. I go by Sam. Myself, I'm about to go into college, and I'm going for football on a scholarship. So I was just gonna ask you, can you talk about like the transition from high school to college? Like, how was that for you? Like football, academics, everything.
Football and academics.
Yes, sir.
Both. Well, congrats on your scholarship, first of all. But I feel like as far as academics, school is school, but I feel like college, it actually gets a lot easier, because if you want to be on the field, you're gonna do your schoolwork. You already know, because you gotta do that in high school. So you get your work done. It's not like a teacher constantly are you showing up and they like, did you get your work done? It's either you turn your work in and they're gonna put that grade in. If you don't turn your work in, you're not gonna get that grade in the book. And you won't have to talk to your professors or anything like that. You're gonna have to talk to your coaches. And the reason why you going to college is because you want to play football. So I'm pretty sure like you're gonna do anything you can like do to avoid, that type of conflict with your coaches because you want to be on the field, right? And then as far as football, just kind of find somebody, don't do it right away, but like get in there, grind, keep your head down, and people gonna start migrating to you. You feel me? Because they see that you want to be there to win and to play football, not because you there to obviously college fun. You're not there to just have fun the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So if you show them that you're there for the right reasons, then the right people migrate to you, and then you'll find that one person that you feel like he's older and you kind of want to take his footsteps, and he'll just show you the way.
Sure, man. I appreciate that. I have another question.
Yeah.
So you played college ball for SMU. You played there for some years. And so what is some advice you can like just give somebody like a freshman going into college, you can just give somebody that you wish like you would have known yourself,
That like through high school, college, and the pros, it's all gonna be regardless. Like you're gonna be a freshman or rookie, however you want to say it. Your first year, wherever you go restart, it's gonna be like it's always gonna be hard, as soon as you start. But like I said, if you love the game of football, you just gotta stay motivated because eventually, as the years go on, people got to leave the school, and then you just got to be ready for your opportunity. And when your opportunity comes, take advantage of it all the way. Because I mean, somebody else coming next year to try to come take your spot.
All right, man. And I got one last question. I'm sorry.
Man, go ahead.
I got one last question. At what point did you like know that you were going into the NFL, and like how was that feeling?
I kind of knew I was going to the NFL. I mean, you don't really know until your senior year, for real, unless you had like a huge school and stuff like that. But I kind of knew and had had the mindset that I was gonna go to the NFL when probably my sophomore year. I just had receivers like that I was always hanging out with, and they were the best on my team. So it's like the people that I was hanging around, they were going pro. So now it's just like, all right, I know him in the NFL, and each year somebody that I knew, I'm hanging around, they're going to the NFL. So I was like, I'm doing everything they doing. So obviously I got to get to the NFL. It's like it's nothing that they're doing different than me that that I shouldn't be standing out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
thank you.
For sure, I got you.
Yeah.
Awesome. And now we have one fan that's a Philadelphia Eagles fan, so we're going to convert him right now. You ready?
Eagles,
ready?
fly.
Ready? Okay. Ask your question.
How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How you?
All right. So when you first joined the Chiefs, right? What were some of the challenges you faced when you first had joined?
Learning the playbook. That wasn't even the challenge, learning the playbook. The challenge was going to practice and then having a long day of practice, and then when you get done with practice, still taking the time even when you're tired to get in the playbook, because you got to wake up tomorrow and make sure you know the plays, and if you don't show up and know the plays, you're just gonna play yourself on the field.
Okay.
Awesome.
And I used to be an Eagles fan too, though. I used to be an Eagles fan. I'm from Philly,
I
so
know I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
Yeah.
Was it tough? Did you have a team that you wanted? Was Eagles one of them? And then
Was you gonna join the Eagles? Or was you gonna join the Cowboys?
When?
Because you say you're from Texas, right?
No, I'm from North Philly.
Oh, so would you have played for Philly though if you would have had the chance?
Yeah, I would have went home, but
All right, I'm done.
That's all he wanted to know. But you're with the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are amazing. They won the Super Bowl. And you know what? For the ladies in the room, I know not all of us are big into football. I'm not super, but of course I love that you're here and love the Chiefs. You were in the stadium with Taylor Swift last night, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
was.
that's the important thing, right? Am I telling you? Yeah. Okay, so let's hear from one of the young ladies. All right here. Come on. Go in it. Come on. Okay, we got a lady question here.
Okay.
Hey, get up to the stage. Okay. Don't ask her. Okay, y'all listen.
I don't need a paper. I don't need paper for this. Hey.
Hey.
So was like during like the transition to high school to college, was like playing sports in college and education stressful than it was in high school?
I would say it was more difficult in college because in college, so in high school you wake up, you go to school the whole day, and then you have, sports included in the class. Like one of your classes you got to go to is sports, right? So in college, it's like you at home, and the first thing you do is you wake up and you go to, whatever sport you playing, and you got to show up and, be the best you can be early in the morning, and then go to class. And it's not like, in college, you don't do work in class. You do, little group stuff. But when you go home is when you got to do all your work. And when you got to do all your work, you got like plenty of time to either do your work, study the playbook, or just go do whatever you want. So it's just really up to you, how determined you are, what you really want to do.
So it's like life better after college right now?
You said, is life better after college or after high school?
I'm talking about college personally. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's more to it. It's not easy. I ain't gonna lie. And I wish I could go to high school a little longer and go play basketball somewhere, but I'm in a good spot, so we can't complain.
so have you ever just in college it was so stressful you just wanted to stop playing football and stuff like that?
No, but it's been so stressful to where like, I love football so much that I wanted to like figure out a way to go to another school because I wanted to play football so bad.
So you freshly out of college, right?
You said, what'd you say?
So you freshly out of college, right?
Yeah, I just got out of college last year.
They want to know how old you are, basically, right?
Yeah.
And if you're single, if I'm being clear, they want to know if you're single.
Yeah, because I'm good. I'm a strong 18.
Now, I got a 2-year-old son. I got a wife. Like you go through all of it in college. I'm 23 years old.
Everyone clap for his beautiful wife and kid. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I have.
All right. That's all we have, but we got another student right up. So 1 second, we'll get them transitioned up here. Thank you for answering it. Come on up.
So,
What's up, bro?
how you doing?
I'm good.
Just let you know, I'm a Cowboys fan. So, but from receiver to receiver, I play receiver. But I'm 5'8", so it's like, so it's like, cause I know you probably like, I think you like what 6'1", 6'1".
Yeah, I'm 6'1".
So like from receiver to receiver, like how does the recruiting process look differently between us? Like, cause I know you got the height advantage, but like, is that really a lot to it?
Nah, bro. Like, to be honest, I'm a rookie in the league right now, but I'm really kind of, not to talk about myself, but I'm really balling right now in a way because a lot of these dudes in the league are like 5'8", 5'10". They like, none of that matters in the league. A lot of dudes they fast, like they super fast, and they they quick out their breaks. They but only people big on the field is the linemen and the linebackers. All that side stuff really don't matter. In high school, I was like 160, probably like 5'10", 6 foot. I didn't grow that much through college. And then, like I said, you just keep working on your craft, and you'll be straight. Like, don't really stress about the offers, and then go to all the camps you can, like any kind of tryouts or anything. Because the more people that see you, you'll never know what coach knows. Another coach that looking for a 5'8" wide receiver to come play slot or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can help me out at SMU.
Like get you an offer?
Give me one from SMU.
Get your offer?
I can see you my film. You know?
All right, bro. Send me your film. Send me your film, bro. I can talk to the coaches. Oh God, I got a receiver coach. I still talk to him.
Hey, hold on.
We'll get the information. We'll get your information.
All right, yeah.
I appreciate
All right,
it, bro.
thank you for
Yeah,
that.
no doubt.
Michaela. Okay. Who else wanted to go next? Sorry. Okay, we got Michaela coming up. Right in here.
I am a girl. Just put that out. I am a girl. Nah, I used to play football, but I quit. That's not my thing. I like wrestling. I only had like one question. Did you get into football because like it was an outlet during your childhood, or you just like football?
I got into football because so when you move to Texas, it's like, obviously, football is big in Texas. But come in here. But I mean, other than that, my family a basketball family. So it's just like, I mean, I just like playing sports and stuff like that. So, anyway, I could, this is Jet McKinnon, number one. What's happening? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but nah, I just love playing sports though. So Jack crazy.
Michaela, was that it for your question?
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
No problem.
All right, I know we're here just for a couple more minutes. I think we got one or two more questions before we start to wrap to get you.
O-lineman right there.
Get back, bro.
Okay.
Get back. I'm good. How you?
Good. First question. Where Pat?
Pat, I don't know. Pat, it's Monday. It's our off day. It's all called Pat.
But look, I got a real question.
Yeah.
What was it like transitioning from like high school to college, like females wise, like with the
I'm gonna just keep it short. Like when you go to college, it's just like y'all in high school, so everybody y'all in Dallas. So I don't know, depending on where you go to college, I mean, you're gonna go to another state where it's just a bunch of different people and the campus is big, so you do what you do with that.
That's the professional way of saying it. You can keep it.
Yeah.
keep it. We lit, bro.
Nah, that's all I got.
We lit. I need to hear we lit.
Awesome. Thanks for keeping it real. I think we're going to try to do one more student question before we wrap here. Who has our last question? We got it right here. Right here. We got him coming up here. Oh, there's a lot of students that really want to come up, but they're really nervous. They're trying.
Hey, bro, don't be nervous, bro. I'm cool.
We got one question while they're coming up.
Just go ahead.
Up here. Well, everyone's tired of me. One question that just came up from behind me. Did you consider going to an HBCU?
I did not. I didn't have any offers from there, and then I was just trying to go D1. Like that was the big thing for me during my time. It wasn't like Deion Sanders, with the HBCU when I was going to college. So.
Okay, no, that's fair. Okay, come on over here. Come get in the hot seat. Tell me your name.
Hey, I'm Eli.
It was good, Eli.
What's up?
Y'all listen.
I got two questions. They're gonna be short. So the first question is, how many offers would you say you had? Like how many in total would you say you had before you committed?
I had 27.
Damn! All D1? That's a flex 27.
Were they all D1?
Yeah.
What high school did you?
What'd you say?
They was all D1?
Yeah.
They was all D1.
Yeah, there was all D1, bro.
Like that.
All right. The next question I got is, how would you say
So say it's like athletes that like got into sports late, like, or they don't got like the certain height requirements. Like, would you say like it's like worth it to still try to do sports?
Yeah, I say that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, so are you talking for yourself? Like you started later, for real? Or
No,
just in general?
just in
I
general.
just for anybody that started late, I would just say like go to any camps and stuff like that. Cause like I said, like you could be trying out or doing something at, a certain tryout and that coach could, be his brother could be a coach at another school. And he just talked to his brother last night, like, bro, we just lost a receiver. We just lost such and such. We need somebody to come over here. We need such and such. Oh, I just had him in my camp yesterday. He really nice for real, but I can't offer him. Like, it's that easy. For real. It's so many schools out here, bro. Like, it's somewhere for everybody if you want to go play sports. I promise you, everywhere.
How much money you make?
That's probably online, isn't it?
I appreciate it. 250 mil fight.
All right, y'all, we're gonna wrap here. So thank you so much for being on. Is there anything else that you were thinking of as the students were coming up that you thought, hey, I'd like to get one more piece of advice, especially since right now there's just so much going on in the world, right? Students have so many pressures on. Got through the pandemic. A lot of these students, what grade were y'all in when we went through COVID in 2020? Freshmen. Eight and freshmen. That's a hard time to go through that. There's just so much coming down. Anything else that you can think of as they came up to just give them advice before we close today?
Yeah, I think just a piece of advice I can give y'all that's gonna like carry out for the rest of y'all life is that you'll never know who someone is or who someone will become one day. So like, I would really I know it's not easy, but just be cool with, not be cool with everybody, but be cool to everybody. You don't really know what kind of day somebody is having also. And then, like I said, like it could be the quietest person in your class one day and she mess around, be the boss of a company or own the company. And they be like, yeah, like you used to be cool with me in class. And in one class, you don't even remember the person. And then they put you on. Like life take you a long way and life take you a long way.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We have students in our program start to do you know what LinkedIn is? Is that something common? It's a networking or a social media platform specifically for business where you can connect with different people. So that's one of the ways we have them start connecting with adults when they're younger. I mean, an adult can come in and talk and you can think, hey, they're just whatever, but they could provide you with an opportunity later. So that's part of what we try to teach is just collect those people that are part of your path because you never know what they can do for you. Right. Thank you so much, Rashid. We're so excited about your season so far already. We'll be watching you now. Watching that Super Bowl win. It's great to have you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Right.
Have a good afternoon. Bye.
Don't forget about me.